Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Welcome on board.
Welcome.
Norwegian. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Welcome on board. Pleasure. Thank you. Welcome on board. Good morning. Welcome on board.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning. Welcome. Morning on board. Welcome. Good morning. Morning. Welcome on board. Morning. Morning. Welcome on board. Morning. Morning. Welcome on board.
Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Morning. Morning. Welcome on board.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, Captain.
Welcome. It's always nice to meet people who have the same interest as we have, and who is interested in having a look at a nice old lady. And as you know, she was built in '84 in Finland as the P&O vessel Princess Cruises, and Phoenix Reisen took delivery of the vessel 1 year ago. So, cruise director, he will show you around. He's been many years with Phoenix Reisen and know the company better than I do, and the ship he knows also as well as I do. And we have another group as well, and so we will split you in two, and then you are more than welcome to circulate around and take pictures. We have nothing to hide. Out of the engine room we closed, but you can see all the public areas, and you can also pass through the bridge if it has an interest for you. So everything is open. As we say in Norway, skål.
Skål.
Yeah, like our captain said, we will make a little tour around the ship, and I will explain you some details because we made quite a few changes on board. The British way of cruising is a bit different from the German old traditional way, and therefore we had to make a few changes, but in details I will explain you later on. Of course, you're always welcome to ask questions. I hope I can answer on them because I'm with my assistant from the first minute on board of the ship for Phoenix. For our company it's the biggest ship. For you it's not so big, but the other ships we have 800 and 600 passengers, so they're a bit more tiny and familiar. So we have been 2 years ago already on board when she was still called Artemis. And we had to write down a few things what we think it's good for our passengers to change. Like we need an additional restaurant because we do not have the system of 2 seatings. All of our passengers have to have the possibility to eat at the same time. Therefore we had to find a place where we could build a new restaurant actually, and we will go there as well because it's our modern and new restaurant. So now we have the possibility that we have 1,180 seats in 3 restaurants, 2 restaurants with service and 1 with self-service on deck 8, but we will see that in details later on. So nice that you're on board, and hopefully you will enjoy a charming old lady because she's not brand new. She has some wrinkles, but the wrinkles make her even more charming.
Thank you. Thank you. We like ships with wrinkles.
No, but what is, just to add a little bit, the way of cruising we are doing is, let's say, very itinerary focused, and we are selling even more than the vessel, the port calls and the shore excursions. So for example, we have no casino on board, we have limited entertainment, and after 11 midnight at night it's quiet. No nightclubs, but as I said, shore excursion is a very big part of the product. And in let's say the US cruising industry, this is considered to be a small vessel. But from an operational point of view and itinerary point of view, she's about the maximum size. You can do all the narrows, all the inside passages in Chile, Norwegian fjords. We are calling many of the small ports. And when it's getting bigger than 200 meter and draft of more than 8 meter, it's many limitations. So we try to stay not bigger than this one. The 2 other ships are slightly smaller than this. But it makes it possible to do this, let's say, rather interesting activities. So that's what we are focusing on.
We work on it, but it's not getting bigger.
Yeah.
We will not go anymore on that ship, which is bigger than this one. Yeah, our...
So it is an entirely different way of cruising than we see with Disney or with Carnival and the big companies where the let's say life on board is the main event or main point of say.
What's your itinerary on this trip?
We just came from, this is a 99 days round trip, and we have been around South America, Cape Horn, made all the narrows, the coast of Chile, and then we came to Panama a couple of weeks ago, 10 days ago. Yeah. And then we are heading up to Hamilton, Bermuda, and then Caribbean before we are back in Mediterranean end of March.
The cruise started on the 21st of December and will end on the 29th of March. For 99 days. It's a short one actually for winter cruising because usually we do world cruises. Because in Europe at this time of the year you can not offer or sell any cruises because the weather is quite poor and it's cold, and so therefore we always go in the winter time, usually around the world. Our other two ships are somewhere in Asia at the moment, and normally our world cruises it takes 120 to 150 days. And this is split into particular parts of 28, 30 days, one part, and then the passengers have the possibility to go home or to come on board. So usually 6, 7 parts we offer the passengers, and we have normally about 80 to 120 with making the whole world cruise in the winter time. At the moment it's a bit unusual because we have 366 passengers which do in the 99 days. So they came on board in the end of December or 21st of December, and they will join us, or will join the vessel till the 29th of March. And in summer, when we finish the world cruise and the weather is improving or getting better in Germany or in Europe, then we start the classical cruises like Baltic Sea, Norwegian cruises, Iceland, Greenland, Mediterranean. But Mediterranean we offer now less and less because there are too many ships which are offering that. So they have another way of calculating, because if you always call in the same port, then of course you get a better price. But we are usually just coming once a year somewhere because our itinerary is very flexible and changing always, just to not to bore our passengers, because they are used to mark some little places on the world charts that they have there or there, little flags. We have plenty of them. We have one lady, she make her 80th cruise with us, 80. And from this we have done 35 world cruises. So sometimes you just stay on board and say, no, I'm not going on. I was 5 or 8 times here, so I know the taxi drivers. Today I stay at home.
I take from what you're saying that you're sort of the opposite of AIDA.
Totally opposite. This is an old traditional German way of cruising. AIDA is actually in American hands. They are offering now more details, but they will never ever, or they cannot do what we can do, because we can bunker a lot of fuel on board. We have the connection all over the world with the Asians, and the passengers are totally different from AIDA and our passengers. Our passengers want to see the world, they want to visit places, they are interested in culture and excursions. Like the captain said, here it's really the maximum, because we're coming sometimes to places we do not have enough buses for us to offer to all of our passengers, because usually 80% of the passengers on board, they're booking the excursion. On an American ship, it's different. Maybe 10% will book the excursion to go somewhere. But here, nearly everybody. And if you offer, you should offer everybody to give them the possibility to join the excursion, to see penguins or whatever. And if you're coming somewhere and you cannot get enough buses, then you create your own trouble on board. Therefore, we will never ever go with a ship to South Africa, for example, because there are the safari parks and they have limited visitors a day. So we had to stay 3 or 4 days to offer every passengers the same excursion in the safari park.
What excursions did you offer here in New York?
Well, we had yesterday a group that went to Washington. Yeah, not kidding, really. They were left early in the morning, they came back late at night, 16 hours excursion, because we were supposed to go to Philadelphia, but why, I don't know why, but they couldn't take us, or the ship is too big or whatever. So we had to cancel the ports. So we stay now 2.5 days in New York, which is quite nice. But the passengers wanted to go to Washington, so we offer them. We have uptown, midtown, we have the Panorama tour in the evening, where the lightning tour that the passengers see, the Times Square. Our problem actually is that, or not problem, but the situation is like this, that most of the Germans do not speak any English, because they are elderly people and they didn't learn English in school, so some of them they had to do during their business, but most of them cannot speak English. Guides or our colleagues or my colleagues, they have to translate. But all translation, you lose at least a little bit. Mostly the sense of humor, because this is part of the language, and it's very different. AIDA is not comparable at all. There are only 2 or 3 companies in Germany which are offering this kind of this traditional way of cruising, and therefore we can just using the gap where we are in to offer to the passengers. Compared to the American market, it still can explode the cruise market in Germany, because all tourists which book holiday in Germany, only 2% booking a cruise. In America, I think it's 56%, so it's totally different, and it's still rising up very fast, and hopefully not too fast, because it's better to grow smoothly and slowly but stable. Because some of the companies, they had to lift their fingers to say, okay, now we are out of money and we have to close down the company. But our company is just a very small, familiar company. We are always, we know our big boss is the owner of the ship, and he's our father. We don't have any kids. He said, you are my kids, and he's taking care of us. They're very handsome and very positive.
Is there any discussion about the Albatross?
Well, Albatross has been upgraded recently. The hotel side, she's re-engined. We have 4 new main engines, and also the generators are new. So I think she will go for another 10-15 years. And the steel and the construction is very solid. We were both on Albatross for a few years before, and she's a nicely nice, beautiful ship. She will last.
Actually, we have never been in better shape than right now, because we are investing millions and millions and millions every year, because our ship's running 11.5 months, and the other half month they are going to dry dock just to make refurbishments and repairs, like the Captain said, 3 engines, the others have 4 new engines, so she is good on the way. Of course, she's an old lady, sometimes some water pipes breaking, but this is a situation. All ships, they are moving the hotels, different temperatures, so the steel is working with the temperature, and then sometimes they break. And we just got rid of one of our oldest lady, the Maxim Gorky. So we had the ship 20 years under contract. But she was too thirsty with her turbine, because she took 100 tons of oil a day, and it was just too much. And half of the cabins have been inside cabins, no balcony, so you could never ever get the money back what you just paid for the fuel. No extra cost like the places in the ports or the crew, the salaries, so it was just the consumption was killing us. But she was very successful, but it's over. She's scrapped in Alang, so probably she's already as a car in China or wherever. At least the steel of her. Right. I was 15 years on the ship, so I spent quite a long time there. But now we have a new home, our new lady. It's the only lady we can love, and our wives are not jealous.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So enjoy your stay.
And have a nice tour.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
I mean, the passengers love, normally when we have sunny days, there are all the sun chairs and sunbeds, and the passengers love to join the cruise during the sunny days. We have, there is a relaxing area, so after taking, for example, after going to the sauna, you can relax over there. And now, of course, due to the weather, just 8 degrees and light rain, no sunbeds, no sun chairs outside. But we have quite a lot of space also for the sun chairs. So even with 1,200 passengers in sunny regions, there are not many complaints about reserving the sun chairs because we have lots of space, not only on this deck, also on the lower decks. Here in this lounge, it's a little bit difficult because there is the stage and passengers who are sitting over there will not see it, so they just can listen. But it's nice, it's a perfect area for the nice cruising through the fjords or Panama Canal we had weeks ago. So that was, passengers love to sit here. And we are on our 99-day cruise around South America, and to get back to Europe we have to go through the Panama Canal. also before the captain on the Albatross. He's now retired, that's the old captain from the Albatross, and also Amadea. These are the two captains that worked on the Mexico. Okay. Nice idea, yeah.
Tell your audience we give kudos to him.
And so we have twice a cruise. We have a captain's dinner with the captain, the cruise director, myself, and the hotel director, and 12 passengers. Then we meet always here and have a glass of champagne, and then later we go into the restaurant. The restaurant I will show you now. And that restaurant is the new restaurant. There are many passengers who are going on all the 3 ships. So they are familiar with the names. They don't mix something up. So this is now the Casablanca Bar, what is totally new, what was before the casino.
Oh, nice. So
and
this was the casino.
Definitely is nothing for the German passengers.